Okay, so this video is gonna be a little different than what I was originally planning on uploading. I was gonna upload a video talking about how everybody talks about Splitgate 2 being dead or dying, but then they just actually that video is completely done. I'm actually upset about it. But they just tweeted out that ranked arena, mastery camos, a new map, and many more is coming to Splitgate 2 July 3rd. Now, July 3rd is not too far from here, but I was really hoping it was sometime this week. I know that's probably just like wishful thinking, but the good news is that it's coming, and I believe the third is like next Wednesday. So let me check that real quick. Yeah, next Thursday actually. So we don't have to wait too much longer. In my other video, that's kind of what I was talking about, was the fact that the game released without kind of like very important things. I think they should have just waited until now to release the game, but I understand they wanted to release at a big event. What is it, Summer Game Fest? I get it, but at the same time, everybody was hyped for the game, and then you're like, a BR. I'm not complaining about the BR. The BR is fun. It just wasn't what anybody really asked for, and then you gave us a BR with a lot of things missing. It just but that's kind of my answer to like the whole Splitgate 2 is dying. I feel like a lot of people just kind of stop playing because the things that kind of keeps people wanting to play the game wasn't in there. Like there was no ranked, there was no mastery camos, there was no like career level like prestiges in COD, or just I think it's just a career level in Halo. I can't remember, but there was none of that to kind of like grind for the game. So the game got kind of repetitive. You'll know how arena shooters are. They're repetitive games. That's what makes them so casual. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I'm glad that we only have to wait a week and 2 days until we have ranked and mastery camos. I really hope that they did a really good job on the camos and like the ranked emblems. Um, just to kind of make it worth wanting to go after, you know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, people are gonna go for for it regardless because it's the highest ranked, whatever the highest rank might be. But it just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. It's good. It's good things coming. I'm excited. They did say more, so I'm kind of hoping there's a few other things that might come to the game that I think could also benefit Splitgate 2 as it's coming out. Like I really hope that um, what is it called? What is it called? Where you can kind of pick your own modes that you can play instead of just like a playlist with everything in it, and you just kind of hope that you get the game mode that you like. I know one of my friends stopped playing the game just because it just felt like they kept getting spitball. I think they said they got it like 4 times in a row, and then they stopped playing, and then I played with them, and the one game that we played together, it was split ball, and they were just like, I can't play this game, man, I'm sorry, I'm getting off. And I was like, I can't even be mad at him. I like split ball, but it's kind of hard to play, especially if you don't have comms with everybody. It can be kind of tricky, especially with kind of newer people to like the Splitgate scene. I do hope that they add a no portals mode. Granted, I get the game is supposed to have portals. That's the whole basis. That's what makes the game different. But I think they should have a no portal mode, kind of like how Call of Duty has hardcore mode. It's kind of like a niche bit of people like having what is it called? No, all the extra stuff that comes with multiplayer in Call of Duty. They like it. You die fast, one tap to the head, no mini map, yada yada yada. And for Splitgate 2, no portals can kind of be its version of a hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but you get what I'm saying. There's two different. I don't need to go into that, but that I think that would really help, especially kind of just help new people kind of learn the map, learn the weapons, learn abilities, or equipment, and all that stuff. And then once they get kind of comfortable, maybe they'll go into like the portal modes. Hopefully, that would kind of transition them better. At least in my head, I think that's um, what would really kind of like help the new people or people that are just coming in. Um, I kind of hope that they add the ping system. I like, not ping system, showing your ping. Like I would like to know if I'm stuttering because my internet is trash, or my PS5 is being weird, or the servers themselves are just kind of wonky right now. Um, I think one of my biggest ones, or I think there's two really, that I really want, just for me personally, I would like to have join mid game. I'd rather join mid game or have someone join my game midway than to have a bot. I don't know what it is, bro. The bots aren't really that good. Like they're decent, but like when you're playing against somebody and you notice that you're playing against a bot, it kind of makes you feel like, oh, I mean, they do have a bot, so this win doesn't feel like as satisfying. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's kind of a challenge for me personally. If I join in the middle of a game and we're down 2-1 or 1-0 or something like that, it kind of makes me want to be like, I wonder if my abilities is good enough to bring our team to a victory. You know? Um, so I don't know. I think those are two things. Oh, I didn't even say the second thing. I'm tripping. The other thing is to be able to see your recent players. You know how there's a tab that shows like what's it called? That shows like your friends, the ones that are online, the ones that aren't online. If they could just add another little tab that just says recent players for many reasons. One, sometimes you be playing and you're ready to go into the next game, but you're like, oh shoot, I was gonna add somebody. Or in a lot of cases, as of lately, you run into those dickheads that at the end of the game they want to just shout out something racist or homophobic, and you're just kind of like, what the heck? But you're already in the process of pressing the button to go back to the lobby or go to the next game. So it's kind of like it gives you the opportunity to go back and report that person, get them the fuck out of there. I don't know. I think having those key things, especially for just arenas, for BR, there's other things that I would like. I think my biggest complaint about BR, my biggest complaint about the battle royale, is the fact that I don't hear when my teammates go down. In Apex, when teammate goes down, a sound cue goes off. In Call of Duty, sound cue goes off. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're playing with randoms, not everybody talks in game. So like, if you're playing with your friends, they can be like, "Oh, I'm down." But if you're playing solo, a lot of people aren't going to be talking, and so it's kind of just like kind of helps you to know like, oh shoot, I shouldn't push. Yes, you can kind of see the names and stuff on the bottom left, but honestly, the transition and colors and stuff, it's not like significant enough to like catch your eye whenever you're in the middle of like a gunfight or something. So I feel like having that audio cue would really help the whole situation. I also think a tap to interact should be added. I'm fingers crossed tap to interact comes in, because I hate having to hold square or hold F. I think it's hold F in on PC to grab something. It is the most annoying thing ever. I like to be spam clicking. Give me my stuff as fast as possible so I can get out there and start shooting. I also think that there should be what's it called? Oh my goodness, I was about to say a practice range, but that's not. I mean, a practice range would be great for Splitgate, honestly. But a tutorial for the battle royale. I feel like they announced the BR and then just said, "Here you go." You know what I'm saying? They didn't really tell you about how you can upgrade your armor faster, other than like picking it up off of dead people or finding it in the crates, or kind of just how the map works. It's I don't know. I feel like a tutorial would just be great to kind of introduce people into the battle royale world. I feel like you kind of get tossed in there. You don't really know what's going on. All you do know is you open crates, you grab it, you shoot. They don't really tell you about the perks or the equipment, stuff like that. Some people don't play the arena mode, so they don't really know the whole full grasp, or like letting people know like what you pick at the very beginning, like your faction, the weapons and stuff, is very important, because if you die, you spawn in with whatever you picked at the very beginning. It's just small things like that that I feel like should be told, and I feel like it's not really explained to you. You just kind of learn all of that as you play. I don't know. People don't like that kind of stuff. They don't like just kind of learning on their own. They like to be kind of like, oh, here you go. I'm gonna lead you to the water. Here you go. Drink the water, and then hopefully you drink the shit. If not, then 9 times out of 10 you'll just die of thirst. But there's two other things actually that's a lie. Three other things for the BR. One, I think there should be more teams. I feel like there's a lot of situations where if you land certain spots in the map, there's just no one around. I feel like if they just add maybe like 10 more teams, 5 more teams, maybe, I don't know. I think that would kind of help with the whole process of the game. I think power weapons should spawn in less. I don't like getting to the end game and then everybody has a power weapon. You know what I mean? It kind of makes the power weapon feel less powerful, if that makes sense, less significant to the whole situation. And then the last thing is, I think the audio for footsteps and jetpacks should be louder. You can hear guns, you can hear portals, which is beautiful. They did an amazing job with that. You can hear the crate. I would like the crates to be a little louder. If they don't, that's fine, but if they did, that'd be great. But the fact that I never hear footsteps, I don't hear jetpacks, it's kind of weird to me because I hear my own jetpack when I'm jumping around. Why can I not hear other people's jetpacks? And footsteps are just they're just non-existent in the BR, honestly. And I think if they can just bring any of those things that I've listed off in this video so far into the update with the rank, the mastery camo, and the new map, I think will really help make the game feel a lot better, especially for all those people that are about to flood back in once rank comes in. I do think our rank should be in the BR. I'm pretty sure they weren't even thinking about that at the start of this, so I have no clue when that'll get added. But I know some people, they only enjoy the BR, so a ranked BR was probably the next thing that'll probably end up coming. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like if you do, subscribe if you're not already, leave a comment on what you think should be added in this patch that's coming on July 3rd, season 1 chapter 2.